EA Sports is proud to bring you coverage of PGA Tour golf. Today from 17 Mile Drive on the Monterey Peninsula and historic Pebble Beach golf links. Rich Lerner, so pleased to be joining you here today, and by my side in the tower, as always, is Frank Nobilo. And Frank, when I look to my right over the Monterey Peninsula toward the Pacific Ocean, I always think this is what they mean when they sing "From Sea to Shining Sea." Pebble Beach never does disappoint.
It has to be on everybody's wish list. I don't really care what level of your standard of play is. The best players in the world want to play here, and I have friends really that just took up the game, for example, like a year ago, and that's always where they want to go. Can I get a round at Pebble Beach?
Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
105 yards to the front, 119 to the hole. Hole cut right in the middle.
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game. The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
12 feet still to go. Oh no, that never had a chance. So he'll get that one to go, and it's a bogey to get his round started. Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich. Off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway, because if it does, you're going to have a crack at this par 5 and 2. If it doesn't, then you play the layup.
And that's going to play just fine. So after the early bogey, the response is a solid tee shot here at the second. That's it. 2 solid shots right there, Frank.
Certainly taking advantage of this par 5, comfortably on for 2.
So now this one, got to have enough to get up a fairly steep slope. This for eagle. Nope, that'll be short, maybe by a good 10 feet. Nah, missed it left. That's a letdown.
So he'll finish that off for his par, and that's a definite letdown after knocking it on the green in 2. On to the 397-yard par 4 third, where some players drive it over the trees on the left to cut the dogleg, while others play it more conventionally.
Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. From the fairway nota, this is second.
He's got 95 yards to the front, 115 to the hole. Pin about medium depth, though it is on the left side. Gap wedge just a touch offline. It's gonna miss left.
That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Looking to splash this softly onto the green. Oh dear, that looks thick in there. I don't think he's going to fall in love with that one, Frank, but it won't hurt him.
No, but you'd expect from there to sort of get it within kicking distance. Now you got to work.
Oh yeah, really well done there. That was definitely more than a knee knocker, but it is in for bogey. Wow, a day's worth of breathtaking shots, Frank, from the players and the Pacific Ocean. There it is, and this begins that beautiful 7-hole stretch along the ocean. Short, par 4, fourth hole.
And this is also where some of these decisions become quite critical. Do you try and drive this green 330 yards to the front, or do you worry about that little pot bunker on that left side, which is about 250 yards to get over it, because that's what narrows this fairway down. But it plays uphill.
Yeah, that will get a little bit of run. That will be just fine. Little bit of an awkward distance for this, his second. Yep, played that nicely. That'll work out just fine. This a little under 10 feet for birdie. Okay, some early troubles on the card, but no problem there. A birdie at number 4, gonna get him back to +1. We arrive now at the 189-yard par 3 called the New Fifth. Despite being redesigned by Jack Nicklaus late last century, safest play here is to the left center of the green. That one needed to put on the brakes, but could not, and this will wind up over the green.
right about 9 feet here to the hole.
Yeah, good concentration there. That's a distance where a putt could get away, but that, in for a par. Well, this is where the excitement starts to build early in a round at Pebble Beach. I know it's the 6th, but you're coming into possibly one of the greatest stretches in all of golf. This is a 498-yard par 5, goes up the hill, Pacific Ocean in the distance, chance to make an eagle here, and chance to feel really good about where you're headed. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good position here on the par 5. From the fairway, Nota, this is 3rd.
Couple nice shots up to this point. Ball sitting in the fairway, looking straight at this beautiful green, sitting right against the Pacific Ocean.
Not much left here for birdie.
Okay, good work from off the green, and that's how you walk away with a birdie here at the par 5. Frank, the 7th tee is almost spiritual. You just want to hit a little baby wedge that kisses the clouds and drops softly on that green, and then you want to stare out at the Pacific with a whole lot of gratitude.
Yeah, when I first played at Rich, I couldn't help but be sort of in love with the beauty of the surrounds. Plus, I couldn't believe how short the hole was. And I thought, well, this is sort of, you could almost throw it on the screen. And then I played it on a windy day.
Oh, this could be good. Yeah, that's a good spot right there, and a chance now for a birdie here at 7. This is an 11-foot putt. That needs to slow a bit. Okay, that's still going to be a good 4 feet, though, coming back. Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a par. We head now to the 416-yard 8th hole, one of the premier par 4s in golf. Fairway wood or long iron off the tee, giving way to a long approach over the cliffs and a yawning chasm below. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. From the fairway, let's go to Nota.
Beautiful tee shot, great position looking at this green, and there are no easy options here. You got bunkers up the left, bunkers on the right. You have balls that are going to find their way into the penalty area. Requires precision execution.
look here at birdie.
Really not a whole lot to this. He's going to get a little help from the slope. Other than that, just slightly to the right.
Okay, that's a good putt, and back-to-back pars are going to keep him at even for the round.
2019 U.S. Open number 9 was the hardest hole on the golf course. Frank, give yourself certainly a good crack at 4 by hitting the fairway.
And that's all you wanted to do in 2019. It's fine to say all too, but having to hit the left side of this fairway just to keep it in play, and then once again hit into, I know we say this a lot here, but a very narrow green and a very small green, but this time with a long club.
From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Well, when you find your ball in the fairway at the 9th, you hit a great tee shot, one of the most difficult fairways to hit on the entire golf course, but now it opens up the opportunity to hit a great second.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been.
This is a 9-footer.
Might overread it just a bit, and it stayed out wide left of the hole. Oh, no. Okay, put a couple of squares around that one on the scorecard. It is a 3-putt and a 6 here at the par 4. Hope you're enjoying this little stroll along Carmel Bay, and the golf is as good as the view. This 10th hole is 444 yards. I would tell you that it is the widest fairway at Pebble Beach. It is, but it doesn't feel that way because of the way it slopes left to right, and if you're not careful, this one can get away from you and head toward that Pacific.
It's so hard to bounce back after a huge score, especially when you're still reeling from it. But try and pull the screws back in the head there. Just take a little breath, maybe 2. Decent swing. Don't try and kill it. Exactly like that. Really good shot. Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
That's a good putt right there. That's birdie, and it is back to 1 over now for the round.
Well, this is where Pebble Beach changes significantly. We're going away from the Pacific Ocean now, up the hill toward the forest. Frank, what do you think of the 11th hole?
It's tricky, Rich. Number one, because it's blind, as you've detailed, but uphill and it's sea level, so that tee shot's not going to go that far. There is a run out down that left side, just inside the tree line there. That's about 308 yards, but you're not going to go that far. So really, you have to respect this hole. Just hit a fairway find.
No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Well, 122 left to the flag. Pin in the middle, so it's a green light.
And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
He ran in a long one a moment ago. This equally long for another birdie. Nah, that's a bit timid, and that's got to leave him a lot more than he'd like.
Just 5 feet left.
That's the cruelest thing about this game, Rich. I mean, it's another shot.
Slipping just a bit, another bogey, and now 2 over par. This 12th hole certainly not as famous as some of the other par 3s here at Pebble Beach, like number 7 or 17. But 12's a good one at 202 yards. Ideally, you want to work this right to left, just a baby draw, and try to get it to land softly because the green tends to be really firm. And that's certainly not what you have in mind standing on the tee box. That never had a chance of hitting the green. Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par.
Well, this par 4 13th hole doesn't show up on a lot of postcards the way, say, the 8th hole would. But, Frank, this is a legitimate and challenging par 4, isn't it?
It certainly is, Rich. 400 yards, but it plays longer than that by virtue of being uphill. But the addition of those 3 bunkers in on the right side have certainly shrunk the width of this fairway. Plus, it still tips from the right side to the left side. And you've got an uphill second shot. So, I've seen everything here. 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, you name it.
This one's starting a little bit right. No issues here. That is into the fairway. Now Noda, his second from the fairway.
160 to the hole. Pin is on the front left part of the green.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
Okay, that one cleaned up without any issue, and that is a par. Well, in the world of professional golf, there are very few legitimate three-shot par fives left. This 582-yard par 5 14th at Pebble Beach is one of those holes. It is all you want.
I don't know about that one. Yeah, ball in the first cut. Could have gone a little further down the fairway. But still, hey, what am I saying? In good place now.
Oh, dialed in right there. You can't do it better than that. That is hold from off the green, and that is a birdie the hard way. You may have heard of the 17-mile drive near Pebble Beach. It's scenic. It is one you absolutely want to put on your bucket list, but you don't want to get there by chasing a tee shot onto the road. That's what can happen if you blow it way right here at 15, if you do keep it in play. At 393 yards, this 15th hole is absolutely one on which you can make a birdie. They call that position A. That's going to be right down the middle. Just 92 yards for his second to this par 4.
That's not too bad. Good shot. Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really, outside chance for birdie.
Yeah, maybe a little defensive there, as that'll come up short.
And that in safely for his par to keep him at +1 for his round. This is a really pretty hole, the par 4 16th. What's the right line here, Frank?
Well, if you want to pick out something in the horizon there, if you look closely down there, the tallest tree in the distance, that's sort of right bang in the middle of the fairway. You will not see your tee shot land and you won't see it run out, but that's the line.
Yeah, that's a beautiful tee shot. Now watch this go. It's going to trundle right on down the slope. Second shot forthcoming from the left side of this fairway.
It's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Well, that's not a very confident stroke. That was well short coming back up the hill.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
One over for the day. From Jack at the 1972 U.S. Open to Tom Watson, the same championship, 1982. The 182-yard par 3 penultimate hole at Pebble Beach has provided historical drama time after time. And that is not the spot to be. That's just okay, I'd say, but he's left himself at least a chance at a par, Frank.
Come on, Rich. I mean, you're being too kind there. That's not ideal.
Oh, you're kidding? This game's unfair sometimes. That luck did the whole way. In for bogey, now sitting at 2 over for the round. Frank, you don't need to say a whole lot. 18T, Pebble Beach.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful finishing hole, Rich. Two of my favorites really are this hole here, just looking at that tee shot, and the 18th at St. Andrews because of exactly where you are. But, you know, this hole, when you look at the water there, Stillwater Cove, it's so beautifully framed by the bunkers. And then when you start to look at the tee shot, you start to notice what the designer's done, just leaving the tree there in the middle of the fairway. So the decision is, do I play short, left, or right? And it's not the only tree on the hole, too, because that upcoming second shot, you have another tree short right to contend with. But if there's ever a hole you want a birdie to finish, this is the one.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole.
Did you see the yardage on that one? I mean, there had to be a mistake there because that 3-wood did not even touch the green. Liquor stamp, that was airmail.
Finished with a final score of 69. Frank, they gave us a great show today.
You know, they certainly did. Course played well. You got what you deserved out there.
Some outstanding performances. And for our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner, saying so long for now.